What's up, YouTube? King Small here. So, man, Kodak Black, he just can't stay out of trouble at all, can he? I mean, it's just absolutely insane. Sometimes, it's like, I'll feel like Cartman on South Park. How do I reach these kids? And the reality is you can't. I'll tell you what, man, I'm 33 years old right now. You couldn't tell me what to do until I was 27. I think it has something to do with men's brains aren't fully formed until around that age. Anyways, Kodak Black got busted with a bunch of guns at Rolling Loud, what I call rollers loud, because it seemed like they were just straight setting artists up at that event. I talked about it in depth. On top of the gun charges, he has a slew of other things. One of them has to do with the rape of a minor. Yeah, man, this guy just kept getting busted for probation violations. Let's just say from juvenile hall, he's been in custody quite a bit. And you guys gotta understand that you're in a position to really be good role models and offer jobs and opportunities to people that aren't as fortunate as you. When you're running around with the guns and all that stuff, like, just maybe kind of keep that in mind, you know? And so he's at a federal detention center because he's looking at federal charges. He's looking at up to 8 years. It means he got caught with probably like one gun. Realistically, the Billboard article said what apparently happened was him and two other inmates were fighting. When the prison guard tried to interfere with it, break the fight up, Kodak Black just straight kicked him in the nuts. Ow, man. Oh my god, my foot. Oh yeah. And I bet that prison guard was like, "Fuck ass kid," and maybe made a racial remark to him. The reality is he's not going to get in trouble for any of that, because people are going to say, "Oh, well, how are you supposed to hold your tongue when you get kicked in the nuts?" Well, you're supposed to remain a professional from the time you put on your uniform to the time where you take off your uniform, and you are still in uniform, whether they're kicking you in the nuts or whether they're not kicking you in the nuts. And really, I don't give a fuck about that cop getting kicked in the nuts, because I think that all cops should get kicked in the nuts, because all cops pretty much suck. And I've been having my own problems with them lately, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about that, but, King Smog stays active, man. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, though, man. It is not an easy thing to do, dude. So he's sitting in the hole right now, 100%. He's gonna get some DI time, disciplinary isolation, and he'll have plenty of time to jack off to the fantasies of the many groupies that I'm sure were of age that he had sex with, right? And yeah, dude, that's basically wake up, jack off, read a book, do some push-ups, take your bird bath, wait for chow. Chow comes. You might open the door for a little outdoor rec by yourself, if you even have that coming. And they might open the door every 3 days. At least that's how it works in California, to let you have a shower, and then after the shower, you can use the phone and the whole process is about, 30 minutes is about all they'll really give you. And it is a lot harder than some people think to basically take a shower and use the phone in half an hour. Especially when you got dudes like, "Hey man, come on over here and pass this over to this dude, bro." And, "Oh hey man, can you send this to this dude?" And they're like, "Oh my god," I got to the point where I would stop just looking at people, man, because it's like, man, I gotta do my thing, dude. I'm trying to get a hold of my people. I'm trying to get my shower on, dude, and I got a limited amount of time, dude. And if you're in DI, disciplinary isolation, there might be like 2 or 3, maybe 4 other dudes on the tier with you. And yeah, so and be real careful about who you hand shit to, because you're already in the hole. You're already on the shit list. They're already watching you, and they could possibly decide, "Hey, you know what? We're not gonna crack this dude's door open for another like 4 days. He ain't getting no shower. He ain't getting nothing." Kind of look like I got a little shower cap on me right now, huh? So, yeah. Kodak Black, man, get it together, man. You want to come home or do you want to just rot in prison? And I get it. You're young, impulsive, you're upset, you're looking at a lot of time. I've been there. A lot of other people have been there. But a lot of other people don't kick the COs in the nuts when they break up a fight between you and a couple other people. So, I mean, put your thinking cap on, my friend, and make some better decisions while you're in there, dude. You should be reading a book and writing your life story and trying to do something, make some kind of moves in there that are remotely positive or that'll make you money. And you're just in there getting into little squabbles, getting into squabbles with people. You're obviously not utilizing your time very effectively. But then again, I don't think there's ever been anyone that's ever truly been rooting for Kodak Black in the first place because who was telling him to not do the stupid ass shit that he was doing? Absolutely nobody. So I don't think he ever really had any older homeboys. And if he ever had any older homeboys, they were definitely laced up wrong themselves. So we just got all kinds of issues and problems with Mr. Kodak to the Black. And I hope that he can get out and maybe find himself a mentor and just be a good positive role model for the movement, for the culture, and for the kids, man. Try to reach these kids. Don't ask, how do I reach these kids? Reach them, Mr. Black. And no, King Smog is not reaching with this story at all, or maybe I am. I'm not trolling with this at all, or maybe I am trolling my way all to the way to the top, baby. Like, comment, shoot me a sub. Please shoot me a sub.